think for us in Blue Caterpillar, we always strive to have the best brands, the most wanted brands, but also have something special for our customers. So it's about maybe fewer brands sometimes, but better. That's I think the nutshell of it.
Yeah, look, I mean we've seen the growth of premium single malt in the region, in the Americas. It is true that it continues to be a blended Scotch market category, but more and more we've seen countries such as Argentina or Uruguay leaning hard into the single malt world. The same is true in Brazil. Now, what we're very adamant about is we're very, very critical on which brands we onboard because we want to protect existing partnerships, right? So we go for gaps in the portfolio. What do? A region, a finish, a price point. So we build the portfolio thinking about how do we become a solution that actually targets all the taste profiles and every single price partition that we want to cover. You will never see in Blue Caterpillar two brands from the same region with the same taste profile with the same price point. That will not happen. We will not allow that to happen within our company and the way we build the portfolio. Now, is it the biggest category in the market? No, it is not. Is it the fastest growing within the whiskey space? Yes, it is. So we're very, very thankful, and the brand partners have been, very, very supportive to the job that we have done in the region.
I think part of it Michael just answered, which is the approach that we're taking on categories, flavor profiles, and so forth. But then we also look for trends, right? We want to stay ahead of the curve. Attending trade shows, attending industry events is key for us. Scouting and going into local markets, speaking to end consumers, speaking to the young generation, what they like, what they drink or not drink, which there's a big discussion around it as well today, that younger consumers tend to drink less and whatnot. And we try to, find a solve for that. Ultimately we are in the business of creating happiness, I would call it. I think that's a nice way of putting it. But using the methodology, I think, is our key, building block. How we build assortments, how we work with our retail partners, and with our distribution partners, whether it's in local markets or in travel retail.
Correct. And I think that's very key, right? So when you made a perfect distinction between travel retail and domestic markets. So it is true there's some categories that are getting a lot of attention, but they get attention from local markets. And what we've noticed is that people tend to confuse a trend that is relevant and meaningful for a domestic market that can be translated to travel retail, when in reality it's not, right? So moving water is tough, it's very difficult, it's very expensive. So do we see an opportunity for us to move non-alcoholic within travel retail? No, we don't. Are we discounting the power of non-alcoholic in domestic markets? No, we are not. It is here to stay. But it might not be the right time to put it in travel retail. And we might have a lot of people that disagree violently with us. We're okay with it. That will never change. There will be something always that breaks. What we do is we recognize it, we internalize it, and we look for ways to fill that gap. We are not going to be dreading on it. We are not going to be blaming the growth. We're not going to be, stopping. We just go to bed after recognizing the issue, rebuild, and the day after we come back and look for additional sources of growth. It's going to happen. It will continue to happen. It has happened. Call it SARS, call it 9/11, call it liquid ban. It will never stop happening. So for us, we talk to our teams. We say, okay, this is an issue. This is the impact of the issue. How do we close the gap? And then we attack it.
Yeah. And I think Blue Caterpillar has taken steps over the past, year and a half, 2 years now, to not only diversify its portfolio, but also regionally be active in other parts of this world, right? We started not long ago in Europe, have now a solid infrastructure in Europe with our warehouse partner over there, with boots on the ground, having René in Hamburg, having Leon in the UK. So we can go into different markets and hopefully balance out whatever effects come across to us, and just be stronger and more diverse. I think that's That's going to be a strength of ours moving forward. And we're not stopping, right? We're moving forward. We are exploring new regions, new categories within the categories that we're active in, and I think that's how we keep growing and hopefully having fun along the way, of course.
Yeah. I mean, the beauty about this industry is that it doesn't matter how tough the challenge is. Once you get through the challenge, it bounces back bigger and stronger. Always, historically, over the past 20 years, that's my experience. That's what I have seen. And that's why.
Yeah, and I think we also agreed not to use it as an excuse, right?
Yeah.
I think one thing that people tend to lean towards is use it as an excuse why things are not moving.
And then hang the towel.
And then hang the towel, exactly. Whereas, first of all, it doesn't help. You can blame it, and then it's still there. No, but how do we actually solve it, and how do we improve and actually not make it a problem anymore, right? We need to be all about solutions and not write the problem, because that doesn't help ultimately. Constantly evolving, right? That's the name of the game as a distributor. You have brands come and go, that happens. It's totally natural, and we would not be doing our job if we're stopping here. So we have to look for new partnerships. We have to look for new brands, just to keep the momentum and the exciting going. That's the name of the game of a distributor. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and look, I mean, someone who's disciplined and curious enough will figure it out where we are aiming at. We do have some gaps in the portfolio, and we're gonna solve that.
Yeah.